Folks, welcome back to the show. I'm Craig Shelton. That's Richard Big Walker. You are watching The Cut. I want to encourage you folks, to go and check out our blog. We are HoustonMediaWatch.com, Houston's media watchdog. We spend a lot of time keeping our eyes on what's going on in this town with the local sports media, whether it be in any format, TV, radio. We spend a lot of time monitoring those sports radio guys all over the city. And we'll also get with you in print as well. We are the Houston Media Watchdogs. We take care of business, let the folks know who's doing a good job, who's not doing such a good job. So go check us out at www.houstonmediawatch.com, and we'll appreciate that. And make sure you check in on the blog a couple times a day, all right? You can get at us on Twitter and Facebook. You'll see those handles displayed throughout the game. I also want to tell you folks about Creep Radio. Go ahead and get used to that hashtag. Go ahead and put it out there on Twitter right now. That's hashtag Creep Radio. We'll be getting that started for you folks coming up real soon. Early part of December, you'll be able to log on. We'll tell you, don't worry, we're going to tell you how to get in touch with us and be a part of Creep Radio. And right up the alley is something new from HMW, is the HMW Sports Talk Live. You will love that. Saturdays from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, you will be able to catch HMW talking sports, getting you ready for your big NFL Sunday. How about that? A local show talking NFL on Saturday evenings after you done gave your wife all your money to go to the Galleria just to leave you the hell alone. You get an hour. You get an hour to talk football with the creeps. We're going to be on HSC. How about that? You don't get no better than that. Don't lie to me. I know it don't get no better than that. All right. What we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into a line of conversation. We're probably going to spend the next couple of segments on this topic because it is that compelling. It's a jump out topic, and you know what it is because everybody in this country, listen, I just got a tweet a little while ago letting me know that the pastor at my church is going to let church out 30 minutes early this Sunday for everybody to go home and talk Richie Incognito early. That's how important this story is about Richie Incognito. Barack is going to try to fix the deficit and get all of the, what is it, the website that's down for the healthcare website. Yeah. Barack said he's going to get that knocked out because he need more time to talk Richie Incognito. I like to refer to the man as Richie Incognito because you got some problems, bro. You got some serious problems. I ain't scared of your ass. All right. So here we go. One of the writers with HoustonMediaWatch.com, our website, is Angelo Lawford. That's at @the_law_creeps. At @the_law_creeps. Give him a follow on Twitter. Now, Angelo is, let's just say he's a little bit different personality than I am and than Richard is. Angelo is a guy that was raised overseas, military parents. He's the more worldly, more cultured guy, I would say, with
definitely
HMW.
More cultured than my ass. Yeah.
You know, culture to me is Timmy Chan wing dinner with extra pepper and 2 biscuits. Culture.
Yep.
But Angelo is a little bit more well-versed. Well, I do like a nice soft Merlot with my Timmy Chan's chicken, but that's a whole nother conversation. But rarely have I ever seen Angelo show much emotion in the direction of anger. Is that fair? A fair description of Angelo?
Very fair.
Very smart, intellectual guy.
Kind of dude.
Right.
Kind of like the anti-Richard Walker.
Yeah. That was a good one. But then he sent me this article, this blog last week. And it said in my email draft for inbox for a couple days. And then I started seeing the Incognito story. Now, if you folks have been on, I don't know what the hell planet you would have to be on. You know, the old cliche where if you've been on Mars, even on Mars they talking about this. You know who talks sports on Mars? Would it be like little molecules of gases that talk sports on?
It might be a couple of Josh Ennis fans out there too.
Josh is my boy. Don't hate on Josh. My boy. But this story is everywhere. But in case you some kind of way just missed out on it, it's a story about bullying and what's so outstanding and unbelievable about it that is getting so much attention is we're talking about grown men. We're talking about grown men that play professional
Theoretically
football. We're talking about grown men that play professional football on the offensive line. Now, offensive lines in NFLs are normally made up as far as groupings. The IQ, see, football locker rooms are cliquish, people, in case you don't.
Yep.
Well, you wouldn't know. Let me tell you this. They're cliquish.
Very much.
And not because these guys don't like these guys, those guys don't like those guys, because you're coached by position.
Right.
So position groups become close. They spend all their time together.
Right.
Offensive linemen spend time together. Defensive linemen spend time together. Cornerbacks, defensive backs in general. When you go out to Texas spring training camps, you go out, you see the offensive and defensive linemen doing drills way over here. You see the wide receivers doing drills over here. Apparently the Texans kickers never do any drills. You see the quarterbacks doing drills, the running backs doing drills. Well, offensive linemen next to the quarterback position probably have collectively the highest IQs on football teams.
Yep.
The offensive linemen are usually the big, smart guys on the team, and smart, tough guys. This is a story of an offensive lineman being accused of bullying another grown man who happens to be an offensive lineman. So this is not about a big, burly football player bullying his neighbor who's an accountant that weighs $185.
Right.
These are two NFL players, all right? Now, what's happened here is most of the public probably is more sympathetic to Martin, the player that alleges he was abused, correct? Probably most of the public. But around NFL circles, we heard coming out of the Dolphins this week that the Dolphins were behind Incognito. Now, there's a racial element to this because Martin is black, Incognito is white. There was some racial insensitive terms used in what was it, a text, phone call, voicemail, whatever the hell it was. It was a racial element to this. That's why I said 2 segments, folks. We got to lay this out for you. It has to make sense. Some of y'all watching this show are old. You fall asleep on games. You don't follow too well. So we want to explain it to you. Some of y'all just play it out and have bad comprehension skills. So we get to a point where we're starting to get all this feedback out of the media. All of a sudden, somebody in the media goes inside the locker room for the Dolphins. Now we're hearing that this white NFL player who supposedly made all these racial slurs and debilitating remarks toward this black player, now you hear black and white players in his locker room defending him, defending Richie Incognito, defending the white guy. You got black guys defending the white guy who supposedly went Django in chains on Mr. Martin.
Right.
I know this is not making sense to you, folks. If you don't already know about it and you haven't been following, it makes no sense to you. Because it doesn't make sense and it shouldn't happen, right? Either way, none of this, okay, but it happened. So we digress. We keep going here. All right. So then we hear that Richie Incognito, the accused racist, the accused bully, has possibly assaulted a woman on a golf course during a team function by way of some type of improper use of a golf club. Use your imagination.
You know, some Bill Clinton kind
We're not going to go there. First of all, Bill Clinton would never do that. He was a fine black president. So now we got a guy that's accused of bullying. He's accused of being a racist. And now he's accused possibly of sexual assault on some level. Okay? There are those in the public. Let's go back to Mr. Martin, the guy that's alleging this stuff against Mr. Incognito. There are people in locker rooms around the NFL, and there are people in the public, including the media, especially media, that are saying Mr. Martin is soft. He's a wimp. You're a grown-ass man. How can you never let another man push you around? You should have punched Richie Incognito in the face. You broke the code. You know, folks, we're not children. We're adults.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are.
Mm-hmm.
So Angelo Lawford, who we began this segment talking about, and we got a couple minutes left in this segment, and then we're going to carry it on into the next segment.
This is going to take a while.
Because you're going to get this.
Yeah.
And you're going to get our opinions. Right now, we're just laying out the story.
This is the part of the gumbo that you really had to cook real
Yeah.
good.
This, you know what this is? This is the base.
The base of
This
the
is when you
gumbo.
walk in the fish market and you buy those fish heads, and you got some peeled shrimp back there.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the scales,
Just
and
let
give
it
me the
steep
shrimp
for a little
heads,
bit.
and put up some celery and onion,
Yep.
and you make that stock for your
Yep.
gumbo.
This is stock.
This is the
stock
stock
right here, folks.
of the Richie Incognito
Yeah.
drama. Angelo Lawford from H&W writes a blog. Go check it out at HoustonMediaWatch.com. It's on the website. It's titled Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin Just Called Me Discouraged. I'll read you the opening passage to Angelo's blog, and then we'll go to a break and we'll come back. If I haven't learned anything else as a result of this Jonathan Martin and Richie Incognito fiasco, I've learned this. I hate, check that. I detest, scratch that. I loathe talk show radio caller tough guy, social media tough guy, locker room mentality tough guy. The whole world operates like a locker room retired pro athlete guy. Angelo Lawford says he hates all you folks like that. If you fit that description, where you think every guy beats to the tune of the same drummer, we got some drama for you when we come back from this break, folks. Go check out Angelo Lawford's article. Read up on it during the break. It's not a long read, but it's straight to the point. HoustonMediaWatch.com. That's how you go check it out. I'm Craig Shelton. This is Richard Walker. We're going to run to a break, and we'll be back with segment 3 about Richard Incognito. Man, you're going to love this. We'll be right back.
Okay.